Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I am Phoenix Jackson, and welcome to the next workforce. This is where the future of work meets leadership, climate, and everything important as our purpose. We are entering a moment where the systems that shaped work for decades no longer serve the mass majority, and it no longer serves the world that we're living in. Jobs are changing, industries are shifting. You guys already know climate is reshaping communities and it's reshaping economies. A new generation is stepping forward, asking some very difficult and tough questions. They're also in search of meaning, stability, and responsibility. They want to know, what do we people plan to do about the planet that we're leaving them? What do we plan to do about the broken systems that we're leaving behind? This channel exists because the future of work is not a trend, it is a reawakening, to be honest. It's a rebirthing. The new workforce is not just Gen Z entering into the labor market, it's the boomers and the Xers and the millennials also exiting the labor market. It is a complete reimagining of how we define leadership during this time where the generations are vastly different. How do we prepare for work in a digital age, and how are organizations taking responsibility for the systems that they maintain? And for too long, we treat work as transactional. You show up, you perform, you get a paycheck. You show up, you perform, you burn out, repeat. You show up every single day, you get your week off, and on it goes. Well, we're living in a world that's quite different. Where we're living in a world where people are more awakened to the desire, the need, and the deservingness of having more time off, having rest, and the current model is, frankly, it's collapsing. And what is replacing it is something more complex and more human and demanding of more clarity. Yes, we have a time of AI. Yes, we have a time of high technology. But if we're going to do this thing right, we're going to still have to have a humanistic approach. And in this podcast, we talk about the future of work through real systems, workforce development, climate and infrastructure careers, leadership styles that actually work, resume strategy, career clarity, hiring and funding challenges that businesses, nonprofits, and NGOs face every day. And how do we get around these challenges? I'm here to discuss it all. And the spiritual and human dimensions of labor, I'm here to talk about that as well. I will introduce leadership frames like the Flame Protocol, not just a theory that I created, but it's a practical tool for building teams, organizations, and careers that can withstand change and evolution. Are you a fire starter, a fire stoker, or a fire simmerer? Well, for you to know, you're going to have to stay tuned and attend the weekly sessions of this channel and of this podcast, won't you? Come on back, subscribe so you can learn which category you fall into. But this is the kicker. Every business and every organization, they need all three. Most organizations only reward one type of leadership. And we are going to talk about, honestly, all of that. And the reality is, climate change is not coming, it's here. I don't know about you guys, but the winter of 2025 was warm as heck, warmer than usual. And the reality is, infrastructure is being built in real time to sort of counteract what's happening with climate. But the workforce is not prepared for the changes. The communities are not prepared for massive change. Clean energy, construction, and workforce pipelines are shaping the economic mobility right now, but we have to prepare Gen Z for that. And the question is not whether jobs are going to exist, they're here. The question is, who are they going to be built for? The next workforce is not about chasing productivity. We're done with that. It is about preparing people and institutions to lead with responsibility. If you are a student, a worker, a leader, a nonprofit, or someone who knows the old ways are no longer enough, you have come to the right place. Welcome. You have come to the right place. So please subscribe, stay with me. We are building what is coming next. And listen, the next workforce is going to be everywhere you receive your podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or even for the people who love to read, we're going to have you up on Substack, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Instagram, okay? It's going to be everywhere, everywhere. So I look forward seeing everyone. I look forward to having you all chime in. Let me know how you're doing in the workforce right now. This is going to be interactive, lots of sharing. And we have some really cool interviews coming up from people from the spiritual side of workforce, all the way to those who are literally rebirthing Earth and creating documentaries and content that's centering humans in this shift that needs to happen around climate change. All right. Welcome. And I look forward to having you all around for next time.